This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Elizabeth Wilcox. The Outdoor Girls of Deepdale, or Camping and Tramping for Fun and Health, by Laura Lee Hope. Chapter 1, A Fluttering Paper. 4 girls were walking down an elm-shaded street. 4 girls walking 2 by 2. Their arms waist-encircling, their voices mingling in rapid talk, punctuated with rippling laughter. And now and then, as their happy spirits fairly bubbled and overflowed, breaking into a few waltz steps to the melody of a dreamy song hummed by one of their number. The sun, shining through the trees, cast patches of golden light on the stone sidewalk, and as the girls passed from sunshine to shadow, they made a bright and sometimes a dimmer picture on the street, whereon were other groups of maidens, for school was out. "Betty Nelson, the idea is perfectly splendid!" exclaimed the tallest of the quartet, a stately, fair girl with wonderful braids of hair on which the sunshine seemed to like to linger. "And it will be such a relief from the ordinary way of doing things," added the companion of the one who thus paid a compliment to her chum just in advance of her. "I detest monotony. If only too many things don't happen to us." This somewhat timid observation came from the quietest of the 4, she who was walking with the one addressed as Betty. "Why, Amy Stonington!" cried the girl who had first spoken, as she tossed her head to get a rebellious lock of hair out of her dark eyes. "The very idea! We want things to happen, don't we, Betty?" And she caught the arm of one who seemed to be the leader, and whirled her about to look into her face. "Answer me," she commanded, "don't we?" Betty smiled slightly, revealing her white, even teeth. Then she said laughingly, and the laugh seemed to illuminate her countenance, "I guess Grace means certain kinds of happenings, didn't you, Grace?" "Of course," said the rather willowy creature, whose style of dress artistically accentuated her figure, caught a pencil that was slipping from a book, and thrust it into the mass of light hair that was like a crown to her beauty. "Oh, that's all right, then," and Amy, who had interposed the objection, looked relieved. She was a rather quiet girl, of a character called sweet by her intimates, and truly she had the disposition that merited the word. "When can we start?" asked Grace Ford. Then, before an answer could be given, she added, "Don't let's go so fast. We aren't out to make a walking record today. Let's stop here in the shade a moment." The 4 came to a halt beneath a great horse-chestnut tree that gave welcome relief from the sun, which, though it was only May, still had much the advance hint of summer in it. There was a carriage block near the curb, and Grace draped herself artistically about it, as Mollie Billette expressed it. "If you're tired now, what will you be if we walk 5 or 6 miles a day?" asked Betty with a smile. "Or even more, perhaps." "Oh, I can if I have to, but I don't have to now. Come, Betty, tell us when we are to start." "Why, we can't decide now. Are you so anxious all of a sudden?" And Betty pulled down and straightened the blue middy blouse that had been rumpled by her energetic chum. "Of course, I detest waiting, for trains or anything else. I'm just dying to go, and I've got the cutest little traveling case. It has a special compartment for chocolates, hasn't it, Grace?" asked Mollie Billette, whose dark and flashing eyes and black hair, with just a shade of steely blue in it, betrayed the French blood in her veins. "Oh, Grace couldn't get along without candy," declared Betty with a smile. "Now that's mean!" exclaimed Grace, whose tall and slender figure and face of particular winsome beauty had gained her the not overdrawn characterization of Gibson girl. "I don't see why Billy wants to always be saying such horrid things about me." "I didn't say anything mean," snapped Mollie, whose pseudonym was more often Billy than anything else. "And I don't want you to say that I do." Her eyes flashed and gave a hint of the hidden fire of temper, which was not always controlled. The other girls looked at her a bit apprehensively. "If you don't like the things I say," she went on, "there are those who do, and what's more—" "Billy," spoke Betty softly, "I'm sure Grace didn't mean—" "Oh, I know it," exclaimed Mollie contritely. "It was horrid of me to flare up that way, but sometimes I can't seem to help it. I beg your pardon, Grace. Eat as many chocolates as you like. I'll help you. Isn't that generous?" She clasped her arms about the Gibson girl and held her cheek close to the other's blush.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?